This is episode number 241 of the Homeowner Show. Well, whether you're DIY or looking to hire, we're here to help you find the best information and options for you and your home. My name is Kevin Hackett, and here with me is Craig Williams.
Hello, and welcome to the Homeowner Show. We're so glad that you could join us for another episode of the show. What's going on, Kev?
Oh, well, it's been cold.
It's been a little chilly.
Yeah.
Dipped down in the 20s last night.
It did. It was, did it go to the 20s?
It did.
I didn't realize.
I mean, the high 20s, but it was there. It's like 28, 29.
Okay. Well, it was a little chilly, but, man, I don't know. I love this season. Mm-hmm. I've said it multiple times over the years, over our 8.5, how many years we've been doing this. Like, I love Christmas. It is my favorite time of the year. Even despite all the traffic, which is insane right now. It is absolutely nutty. Well, and on top of that, I mean, there's just so much of it that if you're not paying extra careful attention, then you wind up on your top, like I saw today on 45 South.
Oh, my gosh. You saw it completely flipped over?
Yeah, completely flipped over on its top, which, you know, who knows? Anything could have happened. But despite that, like, I don't know. For the most part, people are in a good mood. And I mean, there's a spirit of giving and excitement. And, you know, we got cool stuff happening at church. And, you know, my son's going, I got to buy stuff for my sis. And I mean, it's fun, you know, it's exciting. So how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, it's I'm excited. I mean, like, Christmas for our family is like a season of busy for sure. Like my wife, I mean, she works. I mean, for people that don't know, my wife is a pastor at our church. She's over all the nonprofit. She's called the Outside the Walls pastor. And so she works with like 12 different nonprofits. And those are just the ones that she's officially partnered with.
Right.
Through her job at the church. But then there's a bunch of, and so like I think she's doing like 15 different Christmas parties. Like just in the next 2 weeks. I mean,
because they got like end of year giving stuff that they're trying to give people opportunity for, but also benefits these nonprofits like crazy.
Well, yeah, but like a lot of them that she works with are kids in foster care.
Yeah, and
so like she wants to jump in and make sure that they have fun Christmas parties for those kids, and that they get to have a good Christmas, and you know that they feel a part of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, because that is it's part of being a foster kid is sometimes you just get placed in a home and like you're just neglected or overseen and like she will not stand for that.
Yeah, no, she will not.
So, I mean, her and my daughter, I think when I came home this afternoon, there were, I think 15 girls in my house all up there wrapping presents.
That's awesome
for kids.
I love it.
That they're throwing a Christmas party. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know.
Well,
I can't keep up.
We all know that your wife is way better than all of us combined. like if we took all of our best qualities and like put them together, we might come not even close. Actually, she's just so much better than me.
She's better than me. That's for sure.
She's a great. I mean this is something true to her heart for sure.
Oh yeah, like, she wouldn't be any other way.
No.
So it's good. It's also like exhausting.
Yeah, of course.
But good, exhausting.
Yeah.
So you know, and just a season to be grateful. I mean, speaking of which, we need to thank our sponsor before we get too far down the road on this one. We need to give a shout out to True Texas Solar, guys. The end of the year is upon us, and it may be too late, but you need to give them a call and see if you can take advantage of those tax incentives on the solar systems because those are going away.
Yes.
The time is nigh. And if you want to take advantage of the incentives that the government's going to give you to, you know, get solar on your home and get those whole systems in place, now's the time.
Yeah, but it's not just that. This isn't the only time you can get solar.
No,
it's just that right now there's massive incentives to get it.
Right.
And if you're going to, then figure out a way to do it now. And I know it's a big decision, and I know there's a lot of questions that are important to be asked.
Yes.
But I think you might be surprised at how quickly those questions can be answered.
Sure.
And Josh and his team are so knowledgeable. They've been through this, you know, hundreds and hundreds of times, and they can help. And so, not just your solar, they can also help you with roofing. That's another thing that you might need to get done before the end of the year.
It's a good time to get it done.
It's a great time to get it done. A lot of people aren't thinking about their roof right now. because we're not having like major storms or anything. But I'll tell you this. I mean, if you got any issues with your roof, it can cause problems during the winter. So, get it checked out. They can do a free inspection, all that kind of stuff. They'll take a look at everything, make sure you're where you need to be. I would highly recommend their team. Their number is 936-286-8325. You can also get them at truetexassolar.com.
Yep. Yeah. And so, I mean, speaking of car wrecks, I mean, we went through just a horrific situation with my daughter. And I know you know about it. And I don't know if everybody else knows about it, but I mean, she was involved in a really, really bad wreck.
Yeah.
And if you saw pictures of the vehicle, I think everybody looks at it and it's just, how did she survive? Mm-hmm. And the crazy part is like no injuries. There wasn't even any like glass on her. And like, I say that without explaining the wreck. I mean, she got T-boned, thrown into another car that then spun her around 360 degrees and then flipped twice.
Yeah.
Side to side. And was suspended by her seatbelt in the air. It took, there was an off-duty firewoman in the parking lot next to where the wreck happened, and she came over and popped off the windshield and then got two other guys to come over, and one like laid underneath her while the other guy cut her out so that she could land on him. In
Unbelievable. Look, I'm telling you right now, if you told me, hey, Kevin, go pop off the windshield,
right,
I wouldn't have a clue where to start.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that those people were there and available is just one more testament to how she was being looked out for spiritually, Unbelievable.
It
Unbelievable.
was absolutely insane. And like so much so that the paramedics on the scene released her, right? And they wanted to take her in an ambulance, but they couldn't find anything wrong with her. And they said, well, like, we can't make you go in the ambulance, but she really seems okay, but you should take her to the hospital.
Yeah.
And part of the reason we didn't end up taking the ambulance was because of where the ambulance wanted to take her was a hospital we didn't want her to go to.
Sure.
So we found a better place to go and got them there. And it took us like an hour to get back to even see the doctor. And by the time she got back to see him, he was asking, hey, what's wrong? She's like, well, she was just in a really bad car wreck. We want to come and get her checked out, make sure everything's okay. And he's like, oh, do you have any pictures of the wreck? Showed him pictures of the wreck. And he's like, what the hell is wrong with everyone there? Why didn't they bring her by ambulance? I mean, this is ridiculous. Right. And he was pissed.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, they released her, but they told us that we should still take her to the hospital. And he was just furious.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know the protocols. I mean,
sure.
So, who knows? But
well, she was fortunate in every regard. And by the way, the other person who hit her is fine as well.
Both of the people that she hit are fine.
But it's bad. It was bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I know you and I didn't talk about this before the show, but I know that you're aware of this, but we definitely need to talk about it.
Okay.
Do you remember Alan, the solar guy?
I do.
That we had on the show?
Yes, I remember Alan.
Our name has been getting a little bit of attention as of late on YouTube because of a guy named Don Shipley.
Don Shipley.
Yep. And Don Shipley is a former Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
And Don has spent, from what I can tell, I've been watching lots of his videos, a significant portion of his retirement career exposing fake Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
Which apparently this is a thing. I did not know that this was a thing.
Well, I didn't either. Why would it be a thing?
Right.
Craig, we vastly underestimate how horrible people are.
Oh, yeah.
I generally think good about most people.
I assume good from just about everybody that I meet. It doesn't mean that I'm not suspicious. It doesn't mean that I'm, that I can get bamboozled really easily. I just assume goodwill.
Sure.
And I'm actually not like making any claims against Alan because I don't know. But apparently Don confronted Alan over the phone.
Yeah.
As being a fake.
Right.
And was using footage from our show to show that he was out in public claiming that he was a Navy SEAL when Don believes that he is not. So we've been getting bombarded with comments on really old videos.
Yeah.
I think both of them are more than 2 years old.
Yeah.
So I haven't thought about Alan in a long time. I mean,
No.
I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's just like, what is going on?
Well, and here's the thing. Like, I want to be clear. So I watched some of the stuff as well. Some of the stuff from Dawn, and I don't know. I mean, I've not talked to Alan.
I haven't talked to Alan either.
So I'll just tell you right now. Like, I'm not one to just go, oh, Dawn must be right.
Right.
And therefore, Alan, how dare he? Because it could be Dawn who's going, or I'm going, look, how dare you,
But I don't
know.
Look, here's the thing. All these people that have been reaching out to us on the show, by the way, thank you for your comments.
Sure.
We really do appreciate you like watching and looking out for us, putting out misinformation if we are.
And if we are,
which is not our intention whatsoever.
We will absolutely backtrack and apologize for
sure.
it.
Well, I don't know that we have anything to apologize
Exactly,
for.
but-
I mean, like, because here's the deal. Like, when it comes to business, you and I know how to vet people.
Sure.
Like, when it comes to their business credentials.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Like, when someone comes in the studio and they start telling us a story about their backstory, their history, I have no reason to like Google that or like background check them or any of that kind of stuff because we're here to talk. In that instance, we were here to talk about solar.
Right.
Right.
So
That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I don't know Don.
right.
I don't know where he's getting his information from. I have reached out to him. He has not reached back out. He's a busy dude.
Sure.
Like, I'm not saying like he owes me a phone call, but like as soon as I found out, I reached out to Don.
Yeah.
I don't know him. He doesn't know me, but I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to ask, hey, how are you getting this information? And if it's credible, like, what do I need to do to respond?
Sure.
Like, I'm happy, like, because look, I come from a military family. That kind of stuff pisses me off.
Yeah, of course.
And if people are like, obviously people are doing it. I mean, like, people love to over exaggerate.
Sure.
When they think they can get away with it.
But it's one thing to over exaggerate. It's another thing to completely claim that you were a Navy SEAL.
Which, I mean, like,
Now that's like the highest
Also-
of officers, like
just a group of people you really don't want to piss off.
no. And so whenever you go in and act as if you know something, and if you've done something, and you are a brotherhood with these other people,
Right.
like that's pretty bad.
Right.
Now, we don't know if that actually happened or not. We don't know if that's true. We
Mostly
don't know if
because
it's true.
we don't know what it's like to become a Navy SEAL because
No.
I'm not one.
No,
You're not
never
one.
been one.
I've met a few.
Yeah.
Well, at least I thought I had.
Yeah,
But herein lies the
I
problem.
watched
Like, why-
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Like, I don't understand. I mean, like, if I'm Don and I'm a former Navy SEAL, I understand the suspicion. I understand the immediate move to question. Like, when somebody tells me that, like, what in my brain would have to be so wrong as to go, I need to investigate this claim.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that just seems so like out of the ordinary
Yeah.
for like just general conversation out in the world.
Well, and part of
Or
it
just
is
because
we assume the best.
yeah.
And we assume that whenever someone tells us something, and honestly, they speak with authority on it,
Right.
then you go, okay, well, that must have happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, look, confidence will get you a long way down the road.
yeah.
I mean, because you and I don't know what we're talking about when it comes to like military service.
No, we don't.
So, we respect those that have done incredible military service, but like, and here's the other thing is like, I watched a bunch of his stuff just to kind of see what his deal was, and most of the guys actually did serve in the Navy, and that was kind of the sad part about it. It is if what he's saying is true about these guys, what's really sad is that most of them served honorably in the Navy in the service that they gave. They didn't need like all these.
Another story.
They didn't need this fake story.
They have a story.
They have,
and it's their story.
They have a great story.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, one, I hope it's not true.
Yeah, me too.
If it is, Don, like, would love to. I mean, really, just need like a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
Want to figure out what's going on, and then happy to respond. However, like, honestly, however y'all feel would be best. And what everybody's saying is like, y'all need to change the title of this video. And part of me is like, okay, maybe, but like at the same time, I'm a big believer in like sunlight is the best disinfectant. And so like if, right now, all the comments on our video for that video with Alan is like, what a scumbag.
Sure.
You know, you guys need to change. And so, like, you know, if it's true, you guys are already commenting on it. I mean, it's like people can look at the comments. And
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's a pain in the butt to go. I mean, like, it's not difficult, but like, I don't want to go digging back through all those files.
Exactly. We don't even edit these videos.
I mean, honestly,
so-
I'd rather just take the video down. I mean,
Right. It'd be a lot easier.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's something that's been going on here lately.
Yeah.
But happy to respond however we can. But right now, we're just not going to do anything because we can't confirm it.
No.
I don't have this guy's resources. I don't even know what his resources are.
No.
So until then, like, feel free to leave comments, but I'm not changing anything.
No. Not at all.
But so that's going on. But also, the college football playoffs are upon us, my friend.
Yes, they are.
So it's about to get interesting.
It is in a lot of ways because there's so much happening right now with this. I mean, first of all, there's been a lot of drama this year in the college football playoff system because look, people can be upset all they want to about who made it to the college football playoffs and who didn't. Yep. And Notre Dame. Those are the two. Those are the two that are getting the most like exposure from this. Notre Dame's taking it a pretty far step and going, we're not going to go to our bowl because of it.
Are they the only one doing
no,
that?
No. There are multiple teams.
I was going to say, I thought there were multiple.
Yeah, in fact, there's a couple of 5-win teams that are going to bowls because
what?
Yeah, because there's not enough 6-win teams that are willing to go.
I don't understand the what's the end game by not going to the bowl game?
I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
I think this is going. I think it's going to demand some sort of an answer. But this is exactly what I foresaw happening sometime in the future because of what has been created with the NIL and the portal. Because what's happened is these players are going, I don't want to play with the legitimate concern that what if I get hurt? I've got a portal opportunity to make millions of dollars by transferring, and I don't want to play if I might get hurt.
Right.
And before the portal existed, that wasn't ever an issue. You have the rest of the season to recover. You'll be back and ready for next season. You're good to go. But what happens is if you get, your top players, even if it's your top 4 or 5 players, they're going, we're not going to play. And you can't just force a kid to play. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And they're saying they're not going to play. Then at some point you got to go, I don't even have a team to put out there. And so what's happened is these teams are going, we're not going to play. We're going to preserve our team. And we're going to start today planning for the future because we got to do our portal research too. We got to plan for next season. So I'm not going to plan for this bowl anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to start on next season. Now, there's a lot of weirdness happening with this because number one, this is a weird thing that I don't know what to do with. Like, there's huge revenue sharing that happens with bowl games.
Yep.
So what happens if you don't go to your bowl game, which means the other teams in your conference don't get revenue share from that? There's also
it doesn't matter for Notre Dame, but that's
no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter for them, but it matters for other teams.
Yeah.
There's multiple other teams in conferences that are not going to bowls as well.
But like bowls are like conference specific.
Well,
right?
Kind of. They
isn't that? I mean, that's traditionally what it's been, right?
So basically, you'll have the SEC is playing an ACC team,
right,
or whatever, like
Big 12 or
yes, and there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that. I mean, here's the thing that also that's crazy. And I get Notre Dame's position of we're going to prepare for next season. I kind of understand that, but here's the other thing that just here's where it makes me just really angry. I'm angry for those seniors who didn't know this was their last game.
Right.
Their parents didn't know it was the last game. Cheerleaders who didn't, them and their parents didn't know this was their last game. Band members who them and their parents didn't know this was the last game.
Yeah.
So many situations where they were like, this, we thought we had another game coming. Yeah. Whether it was a college football playoff or whether it was a bowl game, we thought we would have at least another game. So lot of drama with all of that, and a lot of people frustrated that you've got a James Madison and a Tulane who make up the number 12 and 13 spot, and objectively, they're not the better teams.
Right.
Objectively. However, and this is the thing that I just fall back on. Them's the rules.
Right.
The rules are there. There is going to be a team from those two conferences in the college football playoffs. So they're naturally going to make it. Someone in that conference is going to. So it's just the rules that are set up. If you want it different than that, then the rules are going to have to change. And the only way the rules change is if the college football playoff committee decides, we want the best teams, not just these conference teams.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of weirdness that is happening with all that, just the drama of that itself. But I don't know. And there's another couple of things that I'll bring up here in a second. But I don't know. What's your take on all of it?
It just sounds like whiny crybaby crap.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
it does.
It's just so stupid. This is if this is what people feared by NIL and the transfer portal and all this kind of stuff, then you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Oh yeah. Well, it's out of control now too. It's and I think we're getting.
You can't put the genie back in the bottle. That's the problem.
No, you're right.
So
the toothpaste is out of the tube.
Yeah.
It is where it is. But now you've got, and this is where the drama continues. Is you've got Sarkisian out there saying, Texas coach, hey, we're just going to stop scheduling difficult non-conference games. Mm-hmm. If losing those are going to be a reason that we get not added to the college football playoff, then we're just going to stop. We're going to do these easy non-conference games like what they say everybody else
which
does.
Is bullcrap.
Which is everybody else doesn't do that. But I'll tell you right now, Texas Tech non-conference is stupid. It is awful. It was horrible. So simple.
They didn't play anybody of substance?
No, they didn't. And
it wasn't even like other Power 5 teams?
No.
No,
they played
but I mean,
Arkansas Pine Bluff. They played nobody.
My issue with people complaining about that is one, the schedules came out a long time ago.
Oh yeah, 5 years ago. They scheduled these 5 years ago. These are not
the SEC is a little. Well, most conferences are a little bit different because we had a lot of realignment and things like that. So they're going to change when you have some realignment.
Sure.
Naturally, but this whole business of then we're not going to schedule hard teams. Well, there's two easy solutions to this. One, win the hard non-conference games and then shut up.
That's true.
Because if you would have beat Ohio State, there would be no question as to whether or not you'd be in the playoffs right now.
Correct.
In Texas's situation.
Correct.
And so, you can go play cupcakes, but one of the things that the committee takes into account is strength of schedule.
Yep.
So knock yourself out.
Yep. I think that when it comes to strength of schedule, if this is going to be a metric, but you also allow the teams to create their own, I think that if this is a problem, then those people who are complaining about the strength of schedule situation, just why don't you vote or put a proposal out there that the committee chooses all of the strength of schedule. They schedule your games for you. And then it's even, or at least it's level on some,
Yeah, I would think good teams would relish the opportunity to play difficult opponents outside of their conference.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, it did, who was it this year? Florida State. Mm-hmm. I mean, Florida State looked incredible at the beginning of the season. Yep. Why? Because they whooped Alabama. Mm-hmm. Now, did they just fall all over themselves after that? 100%.
Of course. Yep, they did.
But who's in the playoffs? Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I mean, you still look good winning that game.
Yep.
And
yeah. So let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Have you seen this situation in Utah? What's going on in Utah?
No.
So a private equity firm is basically giving Utah $500 million and infusing their system with NIL money and with cash to bolster their wins.
Right.
And now no longer do we have fundraising and alumni associations and, single, giving from people. Now we've got a private equity firm who has come in and said, we're going to give you all this money.
But why?
That's a great question. And I think it's this is unprecedented yet. This hasn't happened yet. This is where college football is going. Right? They're wanting to profit off of it.
Well,
obviously.
That's kind of my question, is because like private equity, I mean, that can still be a public company.
Yeah.
And if they're infusing money into something like that, they are then not operating in the best interest of their clients. I mean, it's fiduciary responsibility.
Sure.
And so like they can't, like, I don't know of anyone that gives money to an institution like that just so that their team can win football games, because they're not going to get anything back from that other than just like, thank you for.
Well, it depends. It depends on what the agreement is, because if they've got agreement to where like you have to pay this money back, then it's like, okay, well, that means that we've got that responsibility to make sure that our team is performing at a high level or whatever. But here's the crazy thing, because when this first came out, I'm thinking, okay, when you've got an investment firm like that coming in, guess what? They've got expectations.
Sure.
They've got performance expectations. They've got money expectations. They probably want control over
certain aspects.
Yeah, over all kinds of things. Well, it did come out shortly after this broke last week that that the school will still control all of the decisions for the football team.
Right.
Now, I'll be shocked if that's actually true. But
yeah, they want the volleyball team.
Sure. Yeah. No, but it's just like, what? In what world do you know that to be true?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know what? I'm going to give you $500 million, $500 million, and I'm just going to let you do with it what you want.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, right?
No.
That doesn't ever happen.
Nope.
There's massive expectations. And on top of this, guess what happened? The coach, Utah coach, stepped down. Not for retirement purposes. He's been there for like 25 years.
Oh, geez.
And not for retirement purposes. He's probably gonna get hired somewhere else. It's like,
yeah, something
wonky,
something fishy,
something wonky. Anyway, so that's a weird situation.
I mean, it is kind of similar to the thing at Tech. I mean, it's not like that guy didn't have any say in like.
Well, see, I don't know. I don't really know what. Honestly, here's the difference, though.
Money can tighten a lot of lips.
Well, of course it can.
I mean,
and he gets thanked. I mean, first of all, his name's on the field.
Right.
It has been for years, though. He gets thanked in every speech, right? Because he is a massive donor,
right,
to the program. He's also a football guy. Like, he played for Tech. So he is a football guy. So if he has certain advice, it wouldn't be unprecedented to ask him what he thinks in a certain situation.
It wouldn't be unprecedented, but it would be like no one asked him before he gave the money.
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, I get it. No, I get it, and I don't know. I still don't know if that.
I don't know if that's the case.
Sure, I don't either.
I'm guessing that's the case.
No one knows. But at the same time, like he's infused a ton of money, but he's a person, not an entity. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think that's where the lines become a little blurred, in my opinion, and how it just shows you that this whole system is going to continue to change, going to continue to evolve. When I talk about the toothpaste out of the tube, we're talking about like massive things that can't be drawn back in. We're talking about minor league football here. You know what I mean?
Look, I think college football has the potential to become bigger than the NFL.
Well, it already. I mean, look, there's a reason that some of these guys, there's guys that are making more money right now, and this will continue to happen than they would make in the NFL. When I don't remember. I think league minimum is like either 300 or 350,000 in the NFL. Well, these guys are making multiple millions every year.
Yeah, I can almost promise you the next thing coming down the pipeline because once you start paying players and then those players start making more money than they would, or that, than a lot of guys in the NFL, you're going to start seeing them have conversations about eligibility, extending eligibility.
Well, yeah, because for real, because there's a couple of things happening here. One is it's guaranteed money today. Because what happens if you get hurt? Right? So it's guaranteed money today. And if you're investing well, you can be set up for life. Mm-hmm. And so you're right. Extend it to where I've got more years of eligibility, which, by the way, I still have 4. But there's that.
Isn't there like an age? Like,
I don't know.
I think there's a. I'm not making fun of you.
How old am I? I'm just saying.
I think there's an age at which they go, no, you can't.
Yeah,
no.
There should be. But there's that where they're making more money than they would in the NFL, which is part of the reason that these guys are staying longer. But here's the other thing that is just mind-boggling when you think about it. You go to the NFL, you sign a contract.
Yeah.
Right now, if you go in the transfer portal and you get signed, you get accepted to a university and they pay you for your name, image, and likeness, there's no contract tied to that.
Right.
The next year you can leave. So I think that's, to me, one of the most ridiculous things about this right now is there's really no guardrails anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just it's like the Wild West, you know?
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. And we live in a world of contracts. We live in a world of guardrails. And somehow this, of all things, has escaped all of that.
I mean, it does. There's an aspect of it that makes it kind of fun.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, if you don't care, then yeah, absolutely.
Well, no, I mean, like right now, I mean, like one of the ones I'm interested in is DJ Lagway.
Oh, yeah.
Just announced that he's leaving Florida.
Which
before the portal
he absolutely should.
Yeah.
Number one, he's got a change of coach. He was underutilized. And why do we care about him? He's local.
He's local.
He's a local kid.
Well, he's also good.
And he's good, and he's a good kid. Mm-hmm. He's a really good kid. He's a good family, and he's good.
Yeah.
And he's got 3 years of eligibility left on him.
Yep.
Like, this isn't like a senior, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's
do you have any thoughts on where you think he's going to end up? I have one big one in my head.
No, I don't. I do think that Tech will look at him.
I've heard Tech mentioned. I mean, he is a Texas boy.
The thing is, Tech is going to be looking for a quarterback. Right now, today, as the recording of this is happening, Sorsby from Cincinnati is the person that everybody is talking about at Tech right now. But he's only got a year left. Sam Levitt's out there. Mm-hmm. He's got from Arizona State. He's got 2 years left. He's probably the best one out there as far as that goes. You've also got what's that guy from Nebraska? I
don't know his name.
Riota, something like that. Anyway, he also very good. But now you got DJ out there too. Mm-hmm. This is one of the biggest portal years already.
Yep.
Of quarterbacks moving around. Where do I think he lands? I don't know. I really don't. Honestly, I wish he would land at Tech. I wish they would take him just because
I think he'd be a good fit at Tech.
Because of 3 years, I think he would too. But I don't know. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
The big one I have in my head is LSU.
Interesting.
I think, one, he gets to stay in the SEC.
Yeah.
2, there's lots of money at LSU.
There is.
3, Kiffin just took the job.
He did.
And, they don't have a quarterback.
Sure. And he's still close to mama.
Yep. He's close enough.
I mean...
he's closer in LSU than he would be in Lubbock. Say,
he's closer to LSU than he is to Lubbock.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, at least as far as where he's from.
Yeah.
So I think, with 3 years of eligibility, I mean, I think Kiffin could look at that and go, like, I can build a program around this kid.
Yeah. Well, and again... I know people that know him. I don't know him personally, but I know people that know him who coached him. Mm-hmm. 2 people, actually, very, very good friends of mine. He's the kind of kid that you could build a program around.
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, Kiffin's an offensive guy.
Yeah.
I mean, considered the best.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for him.
Sure.
I mean, just like not because I think he's a bad coach. I mean, his personality and his lack of integrity.
He's a bit eccentric.
Well, not integrity, lack of loyalty would be, which to me is a form of integrity.
Yeah, I was just gonna say those are thin lines sometimes.
So that kind of stuff just irritates me.
Yeah,
I don't understand how you leave a team that made the playoffs.
I don't either.
I don't get it. I mean,
no, especially and not only that. I mean, rumor is that they were willing to match what LSU was gonna pay him.
well, I'm sure.
So now you're talking dollar for dollar. A team that's already there. You're already loved in that area.
Yeah.
It is a rich area.
Yep.
I've been there. It's nice. Not that LSU isn't. It's different.
It's different.
It's different. But I mean, he has his reasons, and he
look,
laid them out.
I don't know what he said. I mean, but I can imagine the bottom line is LSU's been to the show and Ole Miss has not.
Well, that's basically it.
And he's been at Ole Miss for a while too, right?
Oh yeah, like
5 years.
5 years. The main thing he said is that I've got more backing here than I would have at Ole Miss. I have more opportunity here to make it to the big show than I do at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
and which I'm looking at it going, you got the opportunity this year, and the one you moved to didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what irritates me about that whole move, because I know part of the calculus in that is LSU is a better brand. They've been to the big game.
Sure,
they've won the big game.
Yep,
and they've done it more than once. So I know that I can probably go and do it there.
Yep. That's exactly it.
If you would have stayed, there's a chance you could have become legend forever.
Absolutely.
No matter what you do at LSU, you're still going to be in the shadow.
Yep.
Of your former boss. Like, no matter what.
Yep. In fact, he called him as soon as it happened, or probably before. I think he helped. Coach O was calling him, going, "Hey, I mean, it's part of it." I don't know.
I meant Saban.
Oh, well,
I meant Saban.
yeah, okay. That's fair.
Because Saban won a title there.
He did.
Go do it, Kiffin, but
Sure.
Your boss already did it once.
Yeah.
And he did it multiple times at another school. You're just going to be in his shadow.
Yeah.
You know where he never won one? Ole Miss.
That's
you know
true.
who's never won one?
Ole Miss. That's right.
I mean, you could, look. And so, to me, it's like...
They're not going to win this year either.
You don't... Probably not. Probably not.
Although they are playing Tulane the first game, so they're going to make it to the quarterfinal.
LSU Junior.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, they're probably going to make it to the quarters.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, of the people in the first round, I think they have the best shot to make it all the way.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
We can get
Maybe.
we can get into it. I know why you're brushing up at me about that, but I out of all of them, I think they have the easiest path, even more so than Oregon.
Well, I don't know, man. They got to play Georgia in the quarterfinals.
Maybe.
Not maybe. If they win, they play Georgia in the quarterfinals.
Did they play Georgia?
Yes.
I thought they played
Georgia,
Indiana.
No, that's Oklahoma or
Alabama.
Or Alabama. To me, that's the hardest road.
Okay, so they got Georgia.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking they had. I was thinking they had Indiana.
Yeah,
I know that seems backwards because they're number one, but
sure. And because then they've got to win against. So if they win, let's say they beat Georgia, which could happen, I guess.
Sure.
Then they have to beat either Miami, A&M, or Ohio State.
Yeah,
which is that's going to be a tough slog. I think that section of the college football playoff is the hardest section, because the other section is James Madison, Oregon plays Tech,
right,
and then they would play Alabama, Oklahoma, or Indiana. To me, that's the easier path.
Okay,
in my opinion.
Well, let's take it down to the 4.
Okay.
So, because that's the next time you and I are going to be able to do an episode, probably.
Sure, probably
is after the new year. let's go top to bottom. So you've got Oregon, James Madison. I think where are you at on that?
Oh, Oregon wins.
Oregon wins. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got Oregon, and then the next one is the next one
Alabama and Oklahoma.
Okay, that one I think is a little tricky, but
that one's trickier. I just think that Oklahoma is. I think they're overrated this year. Not that I don't think they should be in the playoffs.
They earned it.
They earned it.
Yeah.
I think they should be. But I think Alabama's a better team.
Okay.
So I think Alabama wins that.
Okay, so you got Oregon, Alabama.
Yep.
And then
Tulane, Ole Miss is next.
Okay, so and you think Ole Miss is handling that one pretty easily?
I would hope so. Nothing against Tulane, honestly.
Okay, of the two from the Gang of Five, who do you think has the better chance for an upset? James Madison or Tulane?
I think James Madison has the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only because I think Oregon's not played the harder teams to prove themselves.
Okay.
Oregon has one of the best defenses in the country, without question, and they've got a high-powered offense. But I think they're more susceptible to being beat than Ole Miss does,
Okay.
and just in general. Like I think that. Anyway, it's going to play into what I'm going to say later too. But sure. I just think I think Oregon has been exposed a little bit this year, in that they've only played like one difficult team, in my opinion, and so that's my thoughts on that.
So we got Oregon, Alabama, Ole Miss, and then
Miami.
The toughest matchup that I think is Miami A&M.
Yeah, of the first round, I think Miami A&M is probably the toughest game. I think A&M handles them though.
Really?
I do. I think,
you think it's home field? Is that what it is?
No. I think if they played in Miami, I think Texas A&M would still beat them. I still think that A&M has been fortunate in some of their wins. They've been
obviously
they've come out on the winning end of games that they shouldn't have won, in my opinion. But they've won. Like, that's the thing. Like, they've done what they have to win.
Right.
They are a dog fight team.
Yeah.
And they will punch you until the very end. And I think that Miami is. I think they're gonna. Honestly, I think that it will be a 2-score game.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. How Beck's been really good down the stretch.
He has.
But that it's also not been difficult teams that they've been playing.
Sure.
So, but I mean, like, I'll give him credit. I mean, he's throwing like 75% right now.
Well, he's good.
I mean, he is good. But I think what it's going to come down to is when you start matching up, and not necessarily offense against defense, but like just put offense against offense. Like, there's just too many weapons on A&M's side to contend with.
Yeah, they're. I mean, if you look at the two, the weak part is Reed in comparison to Beck. However, both of them are really good.
They're both really good.
They're different types of quarterbacks for sure.
And Beck can't run.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not mobile.
No, and Reed is highly mobile.
Very mobile.
Yeah.
But like, hasn't been as much this year, but like has been when he needed to be.
Yeah.
But then, like, Miami has an incredible wide receiver.
Yeah.
They have one incredible wide receiver. A&M probably has 4 top tier receivers. But like, they always talk about the pair of Concepcion and Craver. But the other two behind them, I mean, like, they would start on just about any SEC team.
Right.
So, and I was looking at how many receivers have touchdowns on A&M's, and it's like 12.
Wow.
And so
impressive.
It's not like, those guys are, beasts, but like they put the ball around.
They're spraying it around.
Yeah. Which is a problem, I think. I think that's one of the biggest problems.
Well, because who you covering?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah.
I was actually listening to a guy talk about it today. He goes, Miami's only chance is they got a double team Concepcion. And I was like, do it.
Well, yeah, because if you do that, just throw it to somebody else. I mean, that's the thing. Anytime you double someone, this is true in any sport. Basketball is maybe the worst. You double team, you throw out of it, and you're exposed.
Right.
But football, it's similar. Once you start double teaming, it happens a lot, especially in the NFL. You see it a lot in the NFL where you start double teaming. But the problem is, like, in the NFL, they still throw it to those guys.
Yeah.
and so those guys still catch the ball.
And they still catch the ball.
Yeah. So, but Concepcion, he's good.
He
There's
is.
no doubt.
But like, it's just weird because he's not very big.
No, he's a little skinny dude.
I actually think the thing that will make the biggest difference in this game is whether or not Le'Veon Moss is available.
Okay.
If he is,
That's fair.
If he is, I think it's game over for Miami.
Yeah.
If he's back and he's healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a wrecking ball, man. And they haven't had him for most of the season. I think if Moss had been available, the Texas game would have gone completely different.
Maybe.
You know, and again, that's not to like downplay the other running backs that they have. They have some good ones.
Yep.
That have all handled the ball.
Yeah.
But, you know, so I'll go with you on that one. I think A&M is going to do it. I don't know that it's going to be a 2-score game.
We'll see.
I hope.
Sure.
I hope it is.
Sure.
I hope it is. All right.
But I'll tell you where everything changes for A&M is how they play in the first half.
Oh yeah,
because their first half play for the majority of the season has been it's been slow.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. They come out slow.
Yeah.
So
I mean, which was weird in the Texas game because like they were up, but like it still wasn't a great half.
No,
it was not a great half at all.
I think you're right. But that's the one game that I would say truly they didn't start slow on. Mm-hmm. The rest of the games is like, man, what?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, and then the second half they just
South Carolina. What?
I mean, like I don't even know. Like that one shouldn't even be like considered like when you're talking about them because it's such an anomaly.
What is?
I mean,
happened?
How many teams come back from that far behind?
Nobody does.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even like to like think about that one. It's I'm happy that they won, but it was like, dude, I was so pissed off after the first half.
Well, I texted you, and I if you remember, my text was like, "Spoiler, this is the spoiler team. That's what they do. South Carolina is a spoiler team."
Yep.
And I thought that was going to be the game that they lost, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
So, but anyway, all right. So I'm with you on all of those. I'm picking Oregon.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't be shocked if Oklahoma
I wouldn't either.
pulled an upset on Alabama.
Sure.
Just because their defense is so good.
Yeah.
And Alabama has struggled this year on offense.
It's fair.
It's a good matchup.
Yeah.
But I do think you're right. I think Alabama's the better team. And is Alabama at home or is Oklahoma at home?
Oklahoma's at home.
Oklahoma's at home?
Yeah.
That could be like a significant factor in this one.
Could be.
But I'll pick Alabama.
Yeah.
Just because OU sucks.
We want them to.
Yeah. I'll right down the line. I'll go with you on that one. And so then we would have Oregon Tech and then Alabama
and Indiana.
And then
Georgia and Ole Miss.
Georgia, Ole Miss, and A&M, Ohio State.
That's right.
All right, so let's go from the bottom then. So A&M, Ohio State.
Okay. What do you think, or what I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think A&M loses that game.
You think A&M loses that game?
And here's why: Ohio State is not going to be slow. Mm-hmm. They're not going to come out slow. They just don't. They haven't. Mm-hmm. They haven't yet.
Well, I know one game, but
one game.
Yeah,
one game. But I think
like point taken.
I think and I don't think they do what South Carolina does, and I don't think they roll over. I think they're going to hit and hit and hit. Now, I will tell you that Indiana game, that was interesting. Mm-hmm. That game was so boring to me because nothing really happened. I mean, it was just kind of like it was boring to me. But I don't know. I think that's where A&M faults is in. I think if they get past that game, they have a better shot, even than further down the line.
Okay.
Just because I don't think they've faced a team like Ohio State yet. I think they faced a team like Miami before. I think once they come out to Ohio State, I think it's going to be a game changer for them. That's my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
On that one?
Yeah.
I mean,
And look, I fully understand. Let's let everybody know you're an A&M fan. I'm a Tech fan.
I'm not just
we're
a
homers.
fan, man. Like,
you're an alumni.
Yeah.
We're talking about like deep, difficult conversations here.
Yeah.
We're homers.
We
have to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like I'll pick A&M, and not because I necessarily think that they're the more complete team. For a couple reasons. One, I think it's going to be a dogfight. I don't know.
They have an X factor here that we haven't talked about that I think is going to be in their favor. You may bring it up.
Ohio State or A&M?
A&M.
I think the big thing for A&M is I don't know that anybody's been able to get after their quarterback like A&M could get after their quarterback.
Okay.
Or their defense, because it's A&M, like, and Ohio State just doesn't seem like they're going to be like just a pummel you with the running game kind of a team.
No.
Like they're
going to throw the ball.
They're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And if A&M gets them in third and anything more than 5, it's going to be just a mud fest of getting to the quarterback. I mean, they're going to get to him.
Sure. And we saw in the Indiana game that when Satan was gotten to, he made mistakes.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of Elko's specialty, is creating opportunities for quarterbacks to make mistakes.
Sure.
The crazy statistic about that is while A&M is like the best third down team in the country, they only had 3 interceptions the entire year.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, like, that's an
Jacob Rodriguez had more than that.
Right? I mean, but like it's an interesting statistic to think about, that like that's not the number of turnovers they've had.
Sure.
But still they haven't had that many fumbles or interceptions.
Okay.
They've just really been able to hold teams physically.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Ohio State has seen that yet.
Sure.
I think that
I don't think that Ohio State has had a very difficult run so far. I mean, again, the Big Ten's a difficult on some level. They've got their difficult teams, but again, it's not. It's just.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's just not.
And like everyone keeps dogging A&M about their schedule.
Their schedule has
so
been
many of the
light.
teams that they played were good until A&M played them.
Okay, but
you know what I mean?
Yes, but again, they didn't play. Their schedule wasn't as difficult as Texas' schedule.
No.
So I think that's the comparison. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I think that's the comparison.
Well, it wasn't as difficult in the sense that more teams were ranked at the end of the season that Texas had played.
Sure.
But like you look at like an LSU. Okay. There are some absolute animals on that team.
Sure.
Physical people on that team. Missouri's
one of those teams that's shocking to every year. They're always going to be somewhat good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they ended up with like the best running back in the SEC.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's again, strong team.
Sure.
Just didn't perform. I mean, so like, and that's the problem, is like a lot of the teams that they played, they just like, I kept referring to A&M as the coach killer this year. I mean, they got 3 guys fired.
It's true.
And it's like, okay, like and so like when those coaches got fired is when those teams just went.
They did.
They went down,
Sure.
which that's what happens.
That just for sure.
It's not an excuse. It's just like, it's not a fair comparison, I don't think.
Okay.
But anyway, my 2 advantages for A&M in the game and why I would pick them would be getting to the quarterback. And even though I know that they played Texas in Arlington last year, it's going to be a home field advantage.
That's the X factor I'm talking about.
Yeah. And not just like in the sense that it's in Texas, but like A&M has dominated in that stadium for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
I memean, like Arkansas couldn't beat them ever in that field.
Well, they came close like 6 times.
Like it's
in one game.
That has been a home field for them for a long time.
For sure.
So it didn't go in Texas's favor last year.
No.
But I think it will for A&M.
Yeah.
So you've got Ohio, I've got A&M.
Okay.
So now we've got Ole Miss
and Georgia. Yeah, and Georgia wins.
I think Georgia wins it as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's even a question. I think Georgia just slaughters them.
So I mean, like the only reason like it's not even, I don't even give it a second of thought, is because of exactly what I just said. The coach isn't there.
Sure.
Like the guy that got them there is not there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
good luck.
Yeah. No,
You're going against like one of the if not the best coaches in all of college football.
Oh yeah, he's so good.
So
yeah, what he's done
enjoy
in 2 years there
enjoy your frolic with Tulane.
Yeah. Well, what he's done the past 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah,
He's so
he's
good.
dominant.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so then we've got Alabama and Indiana.
Alabama and Indiana, and I think Indiana wins that game. Here's the thing. I think first of all, I don't like Mendoza.
You don't like him.
No.
Why?
I just don't want to ever hear him talk again. Like, he's good. He's a good quarterback. But then he opens his mouth and he's like a seventh grader. Have you heard him talk? No. He just drives me batty. Like, he sounds like a seventh grader. It sounds like he just made an A on his math test. Anyway, but I think they get out coached. I think that's where it comes down to.
Oh.
You're
a believer in the coach.
I really like their coach. I think what he's done there in 2 years.
I mean, it's really impressive.
It's really impressive, and I just think they get out coached. I think that Alabama has the ability to come out and knock them in their teeth. I absolutely do. Yeah. I think this is a close game. I think that it could go either way. Yeah. I just think Indiana pulls it out. So
I mean, just for like my home team, I actually would. So I would rather play Indiana than I would Alabama.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I do for you. For A&M, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Because I think that
I think if I'm Tech,
well,
I think, you know what I mean? I think if I'm Tech, I'd rather play Indiana than I would Alabama.
I would too. Well, and we'll get the chance. But I agree with you. There is something about Alabama in the playoffs.
Yep.
They step up differently.
I know.
They just do. I just think they get out coached in this game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I'm happy to be like for you to disagree with me on this one.
I actually think Alabama pulls it off.
Okay.
If it was Oklahoma, I think different. If Oklahoma wins, I don't think they beat Indiana.
No, I don't think so either.
But if Alabama goes,
it's a different game.
I think Alabama pulls it off. Yeah. Honestly.
Okay.
And I don't even think who's the guy coaching Alabama?
I forget his name. Let me go look because I'm really bad with names whenever it comes to that.
Same.
So their coach is DeBoer.
Yeah. I actually don't think he's that great of a coach.
Well, I that's why I'm saying I think that they get out coached. That's the reason.
I think Alabama has such athletic studs that they could pull it off.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want them to.
You don't know? I know. I don't want them to.
But I think they do it.
Okay.
I do.
I may be wrong. I think that if any,
but like here's my greatest fear.
Okay.
In even suggesting that is that once again we end up with an Alabama Georgia national championship.
Not going to happen. But no one wants that.
No one wants that.
No one wants that.
But it is a complete possibility.
Oh, it's a possibility. There's no doubt that it's a possibility. They set it up to where it's a possibility. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going Alabama. I don't want them to, but I think they will.
Sure. Okay.
So and then you got Oregon and
your
homeboys.
And I don't think that this is going to be an easy game for Tech. I think that I think Oregon, like I said, Oregon has one of the best defenses in the nation. They've got a high-powered offense. I think it's going to be a difficult game. This is nowhere near a home game for anybody. We're playing in Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, it is as far away from Oregon as it could possibly be almost. And it's still it's crazy. Although I will tell you that, interestingly enough, they are creating a nonstop flight from Lubbock to Miami for that day. There and back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious. But I think at the end of the day, I think the Tech's defense kills them. I think they stop their high-powered offense. What's interesting to me about Tech,
Oregon hasn't been as high-powered as they've been in the past.
No. But I think
what I mean by that is like they just haven't scored as many points
haven't.
as they usually do.
They haven't, and I think that I think the Tech just holds them. Period. I think that it is Tech in the Big 12 championship was scored on in their in the opening drive of their opponent for the first time all season. Their defense is just different. It's unbelievable what kind of defense Tech has, and I don't think there's another defense in the playoffs that comes close to what they have.
Yeah.
Jacob Rodriguez ran the gamut on the defensive awards that he was eligible for. It's the only time in history that one player has gotten all four. So there, and he's just one guy. If Skylar Gill Howard comes back, which I don't think it's even an option until semifinals, maybe the national championship. He's been out since week 3.
Yeah.
With a bad injury. Then their defense is even stronger than what they currently are. But I just think that the thing that's weird to me is I still do not believe that Tech has performed well on offense. And yet they have won every game by more than 22 points. Every game all season. That's a staggering number, especially whenever I don't think that their offense has been very good. We've kicked a lot of field goals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which means
they have a really good field goal.
The field goal kicker is good. There's no doubt about that. But the fact that we're having to kick a lot of field goals tells me that we're not getting in the end zone. And that is concerning to me. It is going to be the one thing that I think we're going to have to just something's got to happen in these next few weeks,
right,
leading up to this the game on January 1st. Their offense has got to figure some things out. Now, that being said, a lot of things have happened that are weird this season because they have been up by so many points in so many games. A lot of times they're bringing in their second and third QB to preserve the starter, who, by the way, also got hurt, missed 2 games, and was questionable on every game since then. The second string quarterback got hurt, out for the season with an ACL. So now we've got our second guy is our third guy, and then we've got a fourth guy too. And I think our starter's made of glass. I've said it all season. I think he is our weak link on the entire team. Is our starting quarterback. I like him. I want the guy to be successful. But I think these weeks leading up to this game, him being healthy is going to be really, really important.
Yeah.
And if he can get healthy, then I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a contest. I think that Tech wins pretty handily on this game. Personally, what do you think?
I agree. My only hesitation and I've talked to you about this before. My only hesitation in picking Tech is that Oregon gets a cupcake
in the first game
as a warm up.
Sure, that's fair.
And that Tech will be kind of cold.
That's fair.
Coming into the game, and Oregon will just be kind of ready to go. I was just going to look through Oregon's schedule real quick.
They played Indiana. And
it wasn't a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. But they were ranked higher than Indiana at the time.
They were. Yeah.
The only time they really blew anybody out was the biggest one was Oklahoma State, but who didn't blow them out this year?
Right. Everybody did. That's the thing. I don't think that there's much comparison.
Yeah, because when they played tough teams, the score has been really low.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of comparison here.
Yeah.
To me, the fact that Oregon's ranked number 5 is a travesty. I think that they should be down where Oklahoma or Alabama is, personally. But I know that record dictates them being higher.
It does.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
And I get that. And so it is what it is.
Yeah, because they have one loss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To Indiana.
And it was a somewhat close game.
Yeah. I mean, I will put it on upset alert, but I think Tech wins it. So mostly because of their defense.
Yeah. I think so too.
So for you, that means it's Tech
in Indiana.
And Indiana. For me, it's Tech and Alabama.
Right.
And then were we you
Then
thought Ohio State was going to win.
Then I think Ohio State's going to win and Georgia's going to win.
So,
and you think A&M's going to win and Georgia's going to win.
Yeah.
So for you, A&M versus Georgia, let's start there. Who wins?
I actually think this is actually why I like this. I actually think A&M can take Georgia.
Okay.
I really do. Because Georgia has struggled with good offenses. And I don't know that they've seen one because they lost to Alabama.
Yep.
The first go round.
Yep.
And Alabama is not a good offense.
No.
I mean, like they're good. Obviously, they're in the playoffs.
Sure.
But like in comparison, they can't hold a candle. And when Georgia has come up against that, it's been a struggle.
Well, the second time they played them, they
dominated.
They throttled them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like you look at like Tennessee, they struggled.
Yeah.
They had to go into overtime to win that game.
Yep.
And Tennessee, again, not that great. Same with Georgia Tech.
Yeah. That's a rivalry game. I give them a little bit of pass on that, but still,
it's a rivalry game. But like Georgia Tech is just like, yeah, they were good this year. They weren't that good.
They weren't that good. It's just a rivalry. That's the only thing.
So there's a couple of signals that let me think that A&M could pull that one out. Where's that game being played?
That game is the Fiesta Bowl. I don't even know where the Fiesta Bowl is. It is in. Oh, where is it? Come on. It's in Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah, Glendale.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think A&M, like, look, if I'm right and they beat Ohio State, I also think that gives them enough momentum to like.
It definitely. I do think that I will say that I think that is going to be a game changer for them. If they beat Ohio State, their confidence is going to be through the roof.
Yeah. So I think it carries them to it.
Yeah.
And so then Alabama Tech.
Well, so if it.
Well, I mean, so you got yours because you've got Ohio State and Georgia.
I've got Ohio State and Georgia, and I think. Sorry, I wasn't even on my camera. I think that in that game, I think Georgia wins.
Okay.
Versus Ohio State.
Do you think it's a coach thing? You think it's just a talent thing?
I think yeah. I think both.
Both.
I just think Ohio State's down. Mm-hmm. I think they're down overall. But they're still good. They're still Ohio State, and they're still going to do Ohio State things.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to Kirby and that dog defense, I just don't know that they can. I think
overcome it.
Yeah, I think they're going to get stopped. I think Georgia wins that game. Yeah, I'm with you.
For the very reason that you're saying that is the same reason I think A&M takes them, and that's because I don't know that. And we'll talk about this with Tech in a minute, but I don't think Ohio State's been punched in the mouth except for Indiana.
No, I agree. I think here's the thing. I think Ohio State beats A&M, and I think Georgia beats Ohio State. However, if A&M wins against Ohio State, I think they beat Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Just because of like the sheer velocity of that.
I think that there's a different amount of momentum there, and I think that I think Aggies travel well, and I think
they did this year for sure.
They did, and I think that getting to Arizona is not going to be a big deal for them.
Not for no.
So I think that's my opinion how that falls. Either Georgia wins if A&M loses to Ohio State, and I think that A&M wins if Georgia.
If it's A&M
and Georgia, I think A&M wins.
Yeah. What if Ole Miss were to upset Georgia? What do you think then? Do you think Ole Miss could take Ohio State?
No.
No?
No.
No.
If Ole Miss beats Georgia, they've won their game, their second game. I think. I just think that's where they end. I just don't think Ole Miss has the.
Yeah.
I think they've got two things against them. Right. Mm-hmm. They don't have their coach, and they don't have. I just don't think they have the team.
Mm. Did you pick Indiana, Alabama? I don't think you did.
I would no, I didn't. We never talked about that.
We didn't.
So no, I don't think
I'm
so.
sorry.
Did we?
Well, I know we talked about Tech and Oregon.
We talked.
I just kind of figured we'd already.
No. So against. Oh, did I pick against Alabama and Indiana? Is that what you're asking?
No, that's right, because you picked Indiana.
I picked Indiana.
And
you picked Alabama.
I picked Alabama.
So let's do that then. So we both picked Tech. Mm-hmm. You were a little reluctantly.
No.
I understand why.
No, it's just I put them on upset alert just because of Oregon's cupcake.
Sure.
I think it's a good opportunity for them to get revved up. And Tech will have been sitting for what, 3-4 weeks?
3.5, really.
I mean, like that's crazy, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot of time.
So anyway, it's a long time between hitting people.
Yeah, that's true. But it's the same amount of time that A&M will have sat before they hit somebody
For their first round?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same amount of time. It's just shifted because A&M didn't have a conference game.
Yeah, but what my point is, like, I don't think anybody questions whether or not Oregon's going to beat James Madison. No. Right?
It's a cupcake game.
So, but A&M and Miami, they'll have been sitting for the same amount of time.
They will.
So, like, it's even Stevens as far as I'm concerned. Like, Oregon's not going to have any problem with James Madison.
No.
Tech's going to be the one that hasn't touched anybody.
Sure.
When Oregon comes in.
that.
So that's why I think it's a little different.
Sure.
But
you still pick them. So
I still pick Tech.
So Tech. I'll go first. Tech versus. I think Indiana wins that game. So Tech versus Indiana. I think Tech wins.
Okay.
And again, I just don't think Indiana's as good as people think they are. Mm-hmm. I watched the Indiana Ohio State game. It was boring.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much not much happened. There wasn't that much excitement. There wasn't a lot of big plays. There wasn't a lot of big hits. There wasn't a lot of sacks. There wasn't so much that I was going, oh my goodness, these teams are overwhelmingly good.
Yeah.
I think that the Big Ten overall is down this year. And so to me, again, I will say it. I think Tech's defense stops Mendoza. I don't think he has a chance against their defense. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he's seen a defense like Tech has. And so I don't think they score as many points. Therefore, I think Tech wins. That's, to me, the game changer here for them.
I wanted to go back through before I finalize my thoughts here.
I'm curious because first of all, I mean, you've got two that I want you to talk about. I'm curious if Indiana and Tech play versus if Indiana and Alabama play. I mean, sorry, Tech and Alabama.
Tech and Alabama.
Yeah. I said it earlier. I think Tech does better against Indiana than they do against Alabama. That's just my opinion.
Right.
So I'm banking on
You're banking on me being wrong.
I'm banking on Indiana losing. I mean, winning that game.
Let's see here.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see like who they played. Okay. That's an interesting one. There's really only two interesting ones here. Thus
for
far.
Indiana?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the two that are interesting to me is Iowa and Oregon.
Yeah, well, Iowa, I think Iowa got the shaft at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
Because they weren't ranked.
Yep.
And so we've talked about this. If in the preseason, if you're not ranked, you have to claw your way back in.
Yeah.
And I think Iowa was way better than people gave them credit for.
For sure. I think I agree with that.
What was the other one?
Oregon.
Okay.
So which was a pretty close game.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's Tech and Indiana, I think Tech handles them. But like I also the critique that you bring to Indiana, I think can also be true of Tech.
Okay, in which way? What's the defense?
No, that they just haven't really played anybody all that.
Okay.
They just haven't played anybody that good. And like
sure.
I think the best one on Tech's resume is BYU
and Utah. At the time, Utah.
I know they were ranked.
Yeah, but they were at the top of their game at the time. Mm-hmm. Like they were playing really well at the time. So but those are the two games, and I'm not saying that Tech's had any crazy great resume here. They don't. But BYU,
which stinks,
and
I think.
Utah.
I mean, like
it does. I mean, because they're in a terrible conference.
Well, it could be a good conference. I don't know why.
It could be, and I think it will get better. I think it's going to get better. Once Ohio State comes back, I think some things are going to get better. TCU has been good.
Ohio State. What do you mean?
I said Ohio State. Oklahoma State. TCU has been good. Baylor has been good.
Which, by the way, Baylor is a place that they're talking like DJ Durkin could
Okay.
I mean, because his dad played there.
Lagway?
Sorry, DJ Lagway. Yeah.
So the Big 12 has the opportunity to be decent.
Which, I mean, if he did come back to the Big 12, that would be it'd be a strong signal.
It would be.
I mean, but you're talking about him going to Tech.
Sure.
Which I think would be a terrible move for the conference.
Sure. No, I don't disagree. But I will say that there is something to be said about the way Tech beat BYU twice.
Oh yeah,
BYU's a good team.
They were a good team.
They're well coached. They're disciplined. They're good.
Yeah.
And they handled it both times pretty big.
Yeah, I think the big difference between BYU and like an Indiana is the quarterback.
Sure.
It's just a totally different animal.
Oh, they're very different.
Yeah. And so I don't.
Although BYU's quarterback is a freshman.
Yes.
And
is a
the
monster.
He's a monster. He's huge.
Yeah.
But he got shut down by Tech.
He's just a different animal. I don't know. I don't know if the Heisman hype around Mendoza is legit.
Oh, it's not.
You know,
I
know he won.
He did, but I don't think the best players were there.
But I don't even know who they would have been. I mean,
well, I don't know either. It was 100%. But I don't think that he's. I don't think he's everything that people tout him to be. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that I'm going. This guy's just not. I don't know. I think he did a lot of great things, but I'll put it this way. One of the stats that I saw it said this: congratulations to Fernando Mendoza, 24th in passing yards in the country, one game with over 300 yards passing, comeback victory over 3-6 Penn State. Uh-huh. He truly refined what it means is to win the Heisman. But that's true.
Yeah.
Here's what he did. And I think this is why the Heisman exists. Mm-hmm. And so for that, I give him some credit. He is the reason his team is where they are. Mm. I don't think that Indiana's where they are without Mendoza. And I think that's what the Heisman is. The Heisman is who is the one person in the country.
The biggest difference maker.
The biggest difference maker on their entire team. But the truth is, he's not that good. Mm-hmm. He was the biggest difference maker. They're number one in the country right now because of him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But those stats aren't that great. They're just not. And here's what I'm saying. Like you Baron Morton's higher than him in passing yards and in total games over 300. And oh, by the way, most of the game he didn't play in 2 games, and about half the games he was out by halftime. He played every down of every game. So these numbers, that's why here's the thing I tell people about numbers all the time. They don't tell the full story.
Sure.
Never.
Yeah.
They never tell the full story.
Well, not to get off track, but like, do you think that we ought to hold off on the Heisman until after the national championship?
No.
Really? Mm-mm. I mean, like, there's just so many games in the playoffs now.
But I think that's it though, is like where you start in the playoffs. I realize that there's a lot, but I don't even think that rankings should be affected by the championship games. I think rankings should be frozen before championship games. And if that happens, then I don't think the Heisman can be I don't think it would be persuaded by those games in that case. So for me, that's the reason. It's not because I don't think that they're important or that that one guy may not be the reason that they win. I just think if I'm in favor of freezing the rankings before the championship, conference championship games, then I can't also be in favor of the Heisman going all the way.
It just seems weird to me that you have 4 more games to make your case
That's true.
as that person.
Yeah.
And those don't even come into consideration.
They don't.
Which I think is weird.
No.
Because how many games is a regular season? 12?
Yeah.
So you're talking about like a third
Sure.
of your season not being considered.
Sure. Which, by the way...
No, I mean, a little bit less than a third, but...
I will say this, though. Uh-huh. I also think that him winning the Heisman puts a target on his back. And in a couple of ways.
That's why I'm saying that, because like if it's Indiana Tech, I do think Tech comes out on top.
Okay.
Right? And I think a lot of people would look at that and go, "Gah!"
Yeah.
Like the Heisman guy went down on the first game.
Sure. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. And no, I get that. And that's fair. But I also think that like he's won.
He's won.
He's already won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's already won the Heisman.
That's what I'm saying.
I get that.
So it's like, oh yes, I'm the best. And it's like, well, what I have to win from
Really?
here?
Are you?
Yeah. No, he's not clearly. But anyway, okay. So let's move on. We've been talking about this a long time.
Yeah.
Who do you think wins if it's Tech and Alabama?
So I will phrase it this way. I would want Tech to win.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
Just because of the way I've been picking,
Sure.
I think it would be really cool if it's Tech A&M
Oh yeah.
in national champ.
100%.
I don't think they could do it.
You think A&M? I mean, you think Tech gets beat by Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. And here's why. I think they get outcoached.
Again, like I told you already, I don't think Alabama has a good coach. I don't.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't either.
I think that they have a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
I really do.
Their offense can't get past our defense. There's no way.
The running,
There's no way.
The running
Their offense is not that good. We've already talked about this.
I know.
They can't score enough points. That's the thing. They can't score enough points.
I don't know, and I don't mean to like dog on Tech. I don't know that Tech could score any points.
Yeah, they can.
Again, I don't even think that I'm necessarily right on this.
Sure.
That Alabama is even going to be in that game.
Sure. I'm talking more than three touchdowns every single game this season. Mm-hmm. And you can talk about strength of schedule all day long. That's still a pretty big difference.
I'm not even going to go to strength of schedule. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think Alabama is just a freaking dog on defense.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Like
they don't beat Tech. That's fine. You can have your opinion. I'm okay with it.
So, I'm not even like 100% certain that like Alabama gets that far.
Sure.
Right. It's still within the realm of possibility that Oklahoma wins that first game. But like Alabama, and you were saying it earlier, Alabama has this way.
They do. In the playoffs. It's different.
But I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
And I've seen glimpses of it throughout the season, and obviously they've played good enough to get to where they're at right now.
I think it's arrogance.
It could be.
I think, but you and I know as well as anybody, arrogance can take you a long way.
It can,
and it does.
So but when they're, that's the thing. As I was trying to, I always like to go back and look and see like what they've done, because like, give me just a second here.
It's good radio here.
Where is it? Where is that game?
Which one are you looking for?
I'm just trying to pull up Alabama.
Okay. In general.
Just in general, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this app.
So, I mean, I got their schedule right here in front of me.
Okay, here I got it. Finally. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, here's the thing. They've consistently scored in like the high 20s.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. I don't know that Tech can put that many on them. I'm not.
They won't score that many. That's my point. There's no way they score in the high 20s.
Who? Alabama?
Alabama.
They've done it.
Not against Tech.
Every single game
Not
this
against
season.
Tech. They can't get past their defense. I guarantee it.
Like the only time they didn't score more than 25 points was the opening
LSU.
No, was the game against Alabama.
Well, they only scored 20 against LSU.
20, excuse me, and 23 against, and then they lost
24 against Georgia. But that's I'm just telling you, they don't score that many points against Tech.
So this brings me back to the Big 12. Like again, I don't think that Tech's been punched in the mouth.
Okay.
I think Alabama, like again,
sure.
Who do you think's going to punch harder, Alabama or Indiana?
Oh, Alabama.
That's.
But I don't think it matters.
I'm not trying to like win an argument, but like
no, I agree with you on this. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Alabama hits harder. No doubt, Alabama hits harder than Indiana.
You know, it's kind of like you can be a good fighter in a bar, But like when it's 2-on-1, like you get your bell rung and like all of a sudden you realize you're in trouble.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And
Sure.
I think that's kind of the situation that we're potentially looking at is like they don't have to be better as long as they're more physical.
Yeah, and I just don't see it happening.
So,
I mean,
again, I don't want that to be the case.
Sure.
I think it would be super cool to have Tech and A&M in the Natty,
Sure.
even though you're not picking A&M to beat Ohio State. But you would pick them against Georgia. I understand that. So that to me would be like a really cool game.
Sure.
I have my doubts against Tech playing a high caliber team.
Okay.
So
Let's just put something into perspective for just a minute.
Sure.
The most points scored on Tech this season was Arizona State when they didn't have their starting quarterback, and we lost that game.
Right.
Barely. In the final seconds of that game, we lost that game. They scored 22.
Okay.
Kansas State scored 20. The highest, other than that, was 17.
That a team has scored against them.
The team has scored against them.
Right.
And that was Kansas, and we put 42 up on them. And let me tell you, the reason some of those numbers are as high as they are is because our second and third string were in by that time because we'd already scored so many points. So, again, with Kansas State, it was 43-20. It's the only reason they scored as many as they did is because those guys were out of the game. The playmakers were being benched at that point. So I hear what you're saying.
And so it's either that Tech was so good or that everyone else was so bad.
Maybe.
I mean, it's one of the two.
It may be.
You know,
I agree. It's got to be one of the two. And I think that it may be a combination of both.
I'm just looking around the conference, and I'm not saying that Tech is bad.
Sure.
I'm just saying I think everybody else was not good.
Not everybody. BYU's good. And Utah's good. There's no doubt about those two. But you're right. Those are our marquee games. Now, we did have to beat BYU twice, and we slaughtered them both times.
Yeah. But so let's just play this game with me.
Okay.
Other than the gang of five that got in by the hair of their chinny chin chin, who in the playoffs could BYU beat?
Other than the five that got in by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
Other than Tulane and James Madison.
So
who could
BYU beats Oregon.
You think so?
Absolutely. Without question. They beat Oregon. I think they beat Ole Miss. Especially without the coach.
Well, I was going to say with Kiffin or without Kiffin?
Well, they don't have Kiffin. So with Kiffin, it may be different. But without him, they beat him. And they beat Miami. I think they beat those three. I don't think they beat A&M. I don't think they beat Oklahoma or Alabama. I don't think they beat either one of those.
The only reason I agree with you on Oklahoma is just because their defense is so stout, and BYU's offense is not great at all.
I think their offense is better than maybe some people think.
Well, put it this way:
but
BYU's offense is built for Oklahoma to dominate.
That may be true. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that answer. But I think that BYU would have had a legitimate chance to beat some of these teams. That being said, I think Notre Dame or Texas beat some of these teams. So,
maybe. They did beat A&M.
Right. And I think that they beat some of these teams too. So I don't know.
But like BYU ended up being like what, number 15?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were first out. They were first out because Texas and
Notre Dame
were 11 and 12.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
BYU was first out.
I was going to say Notre Dame was first out.
only because James Madison and Tulane got in.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. So
yeah.
All right, so we're coming down here to the wire.
Yeah.
So now, Tech
for you Tech in Indiana.
Tech in Indiana, we already chose Tech. It's either Tech and Ohio State or Tech and A&M.
A&M.
And I already said that I think A&M loses that game. So I think it's Tech and Ohio State. Although I'll go both directions.
Okay.
And I'll say Tech versus.
Well, no, I don't even want to pick that game.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, really,
sure.
I kind of want to say
wait.
See
what happens. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
See where our picks landed.
We wait. Well, because it will absolutely change depending on where our picks landed, and I think we're back on air between now and then.
I think so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
We'll make a way to do that. We'll make a way to do that. Look, we've been going an hour and a half
just talking football.
football.
I mean, we both love it. Well,
yeah.
I mean, like you love all sports. I only like college football.
It's true.
All the rest of them can go pound sand as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
And not just football. College football.
College football.
You like college football?
I hate professional football.
Sure.
I think it's the biggest.
What about high school football?
Could care less.
You could care less. You couldn't care less.
Give me. Wait. Talk to me next year. I have goals.
We'll see what happens. Oh, that's funny. That's one of my favorite phrases to call people on. I could care less.
You weren't ready. You weren't ready for that, though.
I was. When as soon as you said, I was like, "You're right. You could care less. I might be able to care less next year."
Yep.
Well, is there anything else we want to talk about, or do we want to cut it here?
I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world, but
do we want to name any of it? Because there's a couple of things that are bizarre.
I mean, like we all woke up this morning to Rob Reiner being murdered.
It's the worst.
And like it is the worst. I mean, just a crazy talented director, actor,
And his wife.
and his wife. I mean, at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, and right now, allegedly, their son has been arrested, and everyone's saying he did it. I don't know that he did.
Yeah, we don't know.
But it's just horrible.
This goes back to the Don thing. We don't know. We're
don't
not going
know.
to speculate. That's what other people are
I
speculating.
just know that it's a tragedy that he was murdered.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was. I think he was 78.
Yeah.
So just absolutely horrible. And I will say this, man. I saw Donald Trump's response or his post about Rob Reiner.
Oh, I didn't see it. What was it?
Look, what a moronic post. Just an absolutely stupid, tone deaf, insensitive, horrible way to post about a man that was just murdered. I just put it that way.
Shocker.
I mean, and I'll usually try and give people the benefit of the doubt when they do stupid things, but like that was just dumb. And part of it was that Rob Reiner had been like after him most of his political career, and I don't care.
No, that doesn't matter.
I don't
A dude
care.
just died.
So I'm sorry. I mean, your response to that should have been, "What a horrible tragedy! What a talented man! Rest in peace." Yep. That's all you need to say.
Yep.
And what he said was just stupid. So, there you go. You can think what you want about my political beliefs, but I thought he was absolutely moronic and dumb.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's been dumb on other times, but this one was really dumb. So, but we've also got, Crowder out there telling people his 6-point plan for making housing more affordable here in the U.S. I don't know that it's a great plan. The one that I thought that was really, really good that came out of that, and so, Crowder, I'm going to give you props on this one, is giving the first year's mortgage on new first-time home buyers as a complete tax write-off.
I love it.
I thought that was brilliant.
I did too.
The one I didn't agree with, I mean, the rest of his points, I thought they were okay. I don't know that it's going to solve the problem, the overarching problem of housing just being way too expensive. But his first one was, and I understand what he was targeting in this statement, but he was saying that he thinks that they should make it a rule that corporations can't own residential real estate.
Yeah, there's problems with that.
There's big problems with that. And maybe he needs to be more specific, and so maybe I could get on board. But like I know he's targeting foreign entities investing in American real estate.
Sure.
That is a massive problem.
You and I would agree that that's a problem.
Look,
especially whenever it comes to first-time home buyers.
Well, I mean,
in general it is.
The reverse is just, it's not true.
Yeah.
For like American corporations can't own land in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like other sovereign countries just recognize the value in only allowing their citizens to own their land.
Yeah.
And so I understand that aspect of it. But like just making broad stroke suggestions that corporations shouldn't be able to own or invest in residential real estate is a big problem.
It is. And you and I have talked about this, but why?
But I mean, because individuals can form corporations
Absolutely.
that they hold their real estate portfolios in.
Absolutely.
I mean, like investors have been doing this for years and years and years. And like, okay,
it's legal to do that.
It should.
It's advisable to do that.
Highly advisable.
Yeah.
It is and should be legal to do that.
Right.
People don't understand the purpose of corporations. It's to shield the individual from having their personal assets seized should there be an incident with the business.
With the business. That's exactly right.
That's the whole point of these things.
Yeah, because like, perfect example, if you don't know, if you don't have a corporation and a limited liability corporation of some sort, there's multiple iterations of what that looks like. Yeah. But if you don't have that, and let's say that you come to my house, Craig, and let's say you don't have that set up.
Yeah.
You're just a person. You come to my house and something happens. You spray my house. I come home, my dog's dead. I can sue you for killing my dog.
Yes.
Now,
you can try.
I can try. But if you don't have a limited liability set up, I can come after your home, your vehicles, any assets you've got beyond that, retirement funds, all this kind of stuff.
The inverse is actually true as well.
It is. It absolutely is. But with a limited liability set up, I can only take stuff in the business. But really, it's the business that did the work. It wasn't Craig that did the work.
Right.
And so that's the purpose of it. And it should be set up that way.
Yeah.
And it's set up that way on purpose. So to limit corporations from being able to buy first-time home buyer homes, first of all,
which that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
It's not
that's
even
the thing I was going to say. That's an enigma of an idea.
That's a situation. There's not like homes that are first. There are homes that are designed to be first-time home buyer homes, but like that can be your second home. That can be your third home.
That's right. But but to put it in perspective, and I think this is the most important thing to understand. Let's take a 1,600 square foot house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This is the type of home that a first-time home buyer could buy with theoretically a lower amount of money. Right? Theoretically, it's what it should be. If I'm an investor and I'm looking to rent homes out, that's not a bad home to buy.
Right.
So that I can rent it out, especially if I've got a heart. If I've got a heart and I'm just not just a money monger, then I go buy a 1,600 foot house and I sell it to, Susie and Joe that just got married and they need a place to rent. And they rent it out for a reasonable price until they get enough money to be able to buy their own home. And I can do that over and over and over. And I'm actually being helpful.
Yeah.
But if we limit a corporation from being able to do that, then that would never happen.
Right.
And all of a sudden, that's the one thing that I think his intentions with that are right. I think the nuance of that has to be changed.
Yeah, I think all that really needs to be said about that is like foreign corporations.
Correct.
I think
everything.
I think you say that people are gonna their hackles are gonna go about because we do have large American corporations that are buying a lot of residential real estate.
Right.
And I'm sorry, like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It is what it is.
So businesses should have the freedom,
correct,
to buy property. I don't think that they should be able to have established monopolies.
Sure.
But nobody's doing that.
Right.
Are they manipulating the market?
Yeah.
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 They are. So they'll get theirs though.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm not saying like anybody's going to go after them like physically or anything like, but like
no.
They'll get their comeuppance.
They will.
One of the other big ones that's happening right now is this whole kerfuffle between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
And Turning Point USA.
Right.
I mean, like if you've just been living under a rock, maybe you don't know that like Candace has decided that like everyone, including like the United States Post Office, is somehow responsible for Charlie Kirk's death.
Which that just you even saying that sounds asinine, right? Like that sounds just so over the top. But she believes it. At least she's acting as if she believes it.
I don't know what she believes, honestly, man. I mean, like there's so much crap. Erica Kirk did like a big interview with Barry Weiss, and she was just kind of going through some of the things. And apparently, like, there's like this whole conspiracy about the rings that Erica wears, that it's signaling somehow that she's like with Mossad, like that.
Oh, gosh.
That Charlie's wife was a Mossad handler for Charlie. Not and you know what I mean, like it's gotten to that level now where it's just like, no, like he was murdered,
right?
And was there some sort of like coordination with that? Yeah, probably.
Seems like it.
I mean, we do know that people were posting about it days before it happened.
Right.
There's a suspicious man in the crowd that sort of stands up, seemingly knowingly that he was going to get shot, taking responsibility for the assassination. There's a lot of weird stuff.
Sure.
Granted. But like when you accuse someone's wife of somehow being involved and like acquiescing to people's demands that her husband be murdered and that she's okay with that, all these kinds of things. And to say that you have the receipts. That's what she says. I have the receipts. Right? And she has been slow dropping some stuff, and like some of it was like text message conversations that have since been clarified, you know, and things like that. And so here was the kicker for me, is she says on her show one day, because Turning Point USA was like, look, we probably should just have a conversation about this. Like this has really gone too far. And so her response to that was like, I have all the information. I got all the facts. You name the time and place, and I'll be there. So what did Turning Point do? They named the time and the place.
And they showed up.
And she declined.
Yeah, of course. Of course she did.
Saying it conflicted with her schedule. And then people online began to say, yeah, of course she's not going to show up. She's concerned about her safety. And so like all this kind of stuff. Like, look, if you're concerned about your safety, don't be so disingenuous and careless with your words.
You called the fight. You called the fight.
Name the time and place.
Yeah, you called the fight.
Well, they named
show up.
Show up.
Yeah,
show up.
And honestly, like I hear what people are saying all over the place, but until you can prove to me that Turning Point is out there being
twisting their mustaches over railroad tracks.
Correct.
Yeah.
Until they're doing that, then you claiming a self-defense that I don't want to show up because I'm concerned for my life, that's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but again, don't say time and place if you're not willing to go to the time and the place.
Exactly. You know who says that and doesn't show up? Little people.
Bluffers.
Yeah. Little people.
Yeah.
I mean, this is classic little man syndrome, right? Oh, I'm naming time and place.
Yep.
And then he doesn't show up?
Yep.
You know why? I never said name the time and place because I'm the little guy. And I don't want to get punched, frankly.
Dumb people say time and place.
They do.
Smart people hide in the bushes and snipe you.
You're right about that. Yeah.
When I was a little bit younger, I used to work. I had a job working with a lot of young adults.
Okay.
Most of them were dudes.
Yeah.
And anytime there was a gathering, they would just want to wrestle.
Of course.
You know. And I was still young enough that like I was competitive.
Of course.
But I was also old enough to realize I could get hurt.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so anytime any of them bowed up at me, I would just tell them like, look, man, like we can do this, but I can promise you I am way more willing to fight dirty than you are.
Oh yeah.
And I will.
I will fight dirty. That's right.
You can test me on it.
There's no such thing as like a non-dirty fight, in my opinion.
No.
Doesn't exist.
And I was like, you can test me on it, but
yeah.
One of us is getting hurt.
The fist lands where the fist lands. or better yet, the elbow.
Whatever I can get there.
That's right.
It's going.
It lands. It's going to land. Yep. That's right. Well, listen, everybody, thank you for listening to our, banter back and forth. We love doing this, and we're glad that you're joining us. So, listen, if you've not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please go subscribe to our content. Subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook. Download our episodes. Subscribe on Podbean. Talk to your friends about us. We appreciate you guys. And look, it's the holidays. Merry Christmas. Until next time, we'll see you later.
See ya.